the 8th generation Corvette. We plan our facilities to test it. And even with that planning, we still managed to break dynos. The engine actually broke the input shaft to a dyno, and the exhaust temperatures get so hot that we can only run it for a certain period of time to avoid over-temping the exhaust stack. Some of us were making comments that NASA has satellite imagery, and they called the front office and said, hey, we're getting these thermal plumes from Pontiac, Michigan. What the hell are you guys doing over there? Okay, that was a lot of information quickly, and again, I apologize. It's a cool video, not a car. There is a beautiful Z06 over there you can take a look at, but I think a lot of you want to ask Rich and I some questions, and so we can start there.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
She sure does.
Yes, Barry is aware.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there any way you could have accommodated the front in the front end with a lot of the cooling? I have a C8. I like my front.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question, well, I'll repeat it. I don't know if everyone can hear it. He's asking, could we have saved the front trunk in the ZR1? And the answer, again, with my practically impossible analogy I used before is no, because we have what's called we call it a fruct. It's a giant air duct.
Yeah.
If you put a bag in there, you might not like what happens to it. It'd get wet and hot and melty probably. But we wanted to use that heat exchanger, like I talked about before, to get as much air through the front of the car, increase downforce, and out over the top of the car as we possibly could. We did consider putting intercoolers on the side of the car to try to preserve the front. That would have been one way to do it. We just couldn't get nearly as much cooling efficiency, therefore horsepower, by doing that.
On the C8, the trunk, it gets hot. You wouldn't want to take your ice cream out.
That's right. He's making a comment that the trunk gets hot in the C8, and that's because a muffler is right below it, so yes, it gets pretty warm.
What is your target production volume in 2025?
We are going to build as many ZR1s as we can, and we are not limiting them. We'll build as many as people want to buy. Certainly demand, like all Corvettes have been recently, is going to be very high at the beginning, and our launch is going to be very slow and deliberate. We want to make sure we get all Corvettes right, especially a new one with as much capability and complexity as the ZR1 has. So we aren't going to artificially limit volume. I promise if you are in the market or considering buying a ZR1, bring some patience, but we will get a car to anybody that wants a car. It's not limited to a year or not capped at any specific volume.